larger whale.
Yes, but also, you watch my slideshow?
I'd love to.
You would?
Yeah, I have.
Even though you've seen it 6 times?
I'd love to watch again. I have yoga.
I made some slight changes.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, you might be embarrassed, but I watched it today while you were in school. I pulled it up on the computer.
How did you guess my password?
I tried humpback and that was it.
Mom, I'm really sorry about the negativity I brought into the house just now. I really am. I shouldn't have come home. I shouldn't have stormed in like that. I shouldn't have brought all that just horrific anger your way, okay?
It's okay.
Towards Dad, all right?
I was, to be honest, I sort of spent the day not in a funk, but I got out of bed at 10, and one of my slippers had gone under the bed, and so I sat there wondering, do I call the dog and try to get it to pick up the slipper?
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that. Or do I go without slippers? So about noon, I'd made a decision. Slippers. Then I made it to the shower, and it was different. The knob that decides whether it goes to the bathroom or the shower was changed, and I was like, did I do that? And then I realized last night I'd been flushing out some plants with the pots in the tub, so I was like, that's why the bat's on.
Right.
So that was just sort of the whole tone of the day.
You did not need me to walk in here.
No, I needed something to boost me up. You know, I just needed something to get me out of it and make me realize that there are bigger things going on. You
like
know?
the whale crisis.
The whale crisis. Yes, I think that's a very good term for it. Because, you know, whales dying, people aren't getting excited about it. You know?
Well, Whaley, I'm feeling better. Ready to face the afternoon, Mom?
Okay.
I'm ready to show you my slides.
Okay, so here, I'll go boot it up. I'll go boot up the computer.
I'm back, lowercase.
Oh, I was using mine. You don't know mine, right?
I do.
So is he going to be home at any point?
Who even knows with him?
Sorry. Thank you for letting me into your home.
Well, I didn't have a choice. This is usually my cleaning time. Yeah, my alone cleaning time, but if you want to have a seat.
Okay. Is there any specific?
Well, it's very telling on what kind of person you are, depending on what seat you pick, but I'll tell you after.
I prefer not to be terrified.
What is with people? Honestly, I'll put a towel over it. All right? I'll put a towel over it.
It's very. I went to Pamplona once.
So did my mother.
I actually, I was able to be on the street where they run, and
Were you gored?
No.
Were you gored to death?
Goodness.
Well, then you are very lucky. Some people's mothers get gored to death. It is not pretty, all right?
That must have been very difficult for you.
Well, it didn't hurt me. I wasn't gored, all right? But it hurt emotionally. Pick a seat so I can judge what kind of person you are. Interesting. You know, I've met your son once or twice.
Oh. He's serene, isn't he?
He's a boy. You know, know your kid stresses my husband out?
I'm sorry.
I mean, not your kid singular, but those kids, all right? You and the fellow parents at the school have produced some pretty horrible people, all right? My husband comes home so stressed out, okay? He can't even stand his life. He's wearing a toupee that clearly you can tell it's a toupee, all right? And he comes home, and I have to coddle him back to emotional health, all right? Do you know how hard that is for me?
I'm sorry. Do you have any advice for how I can make my child less horrible?
Well, it's not so much that he's horrible, he's annoying. You know? It's like he's just like slightly irritating.
You think you have a stressful time. Let me tell you what happened to me
Please.
just today.
Enlighten me.
Well, I woke up, and it was 9:30, and I was forced to decide, do I try to go back to sleep, wake up at 10 and lose a sleep cycle, or try to sleep through a whole cycle and be refreshed, but risk oversleeping?
Which did you choose?
Well, at 10:15, I chose that I should go back to sleep and get another sleep cycle. So then I woke up at 11:50. I got another 5 minutes. Isn't that nice? But it was a short-lived silver lining, because I realized I had left the sink running overnight. And so the whole night I was going, oh, it's so nice, the sound of the breezes that happens sometimes this time of year. And then I realized it wasn't a breeze. And in fact, the hot water had been running all night, so I had to wait another 10 minutes for the shower.
Your life is so hard.
I know. So it's nice to be able to connect.